My name is Tegan.
I'm Sara.
We're Tegan and Sara, and we're here in Chicago.
I think we've played pretty much every room in Chicago. I think our first show in Chicago was Ladyfest Midwest in 2000. There's an energy, when you're just starting out. I remember when that really shifted for us, from clubs to big clubs to theaters. All of those different moments and how it feels, and it's very exciting.
Sara and I have always really focused on touring, but even more than ever before, we recognize how significant it is to be able to show up somewhere and have, a couple hundred kids or a couple thousand kids come out and see you. So it's really, really big. So we try to pick really diverse stuff to try to broaden our audience. Ultimately, it's bills like this, like the tour we're on right now with Paramore and Newfound Glory and Catawatha, that we're all able to benefit from each other's audience coming together and supporting live music.
With our band, I'll labor over a decision, in this way where it's impossible for me to make a decision. It'll end up being like Tegan or a producer that will say one way or the other how they feel about something. Whereas finally I was that person. I was I think you should do it like this. I don't know. What do you think? La 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 la. And I would sing it. And you sort of can still be arty and get into your process and sort of be whimsical and lose yourself or whatever.
Sara and I have experienced, a real move from physical to digital for sure, and we're lucky because a lot of our fans are of that age where they understand digital, so we can do specialty releases and B-sides, and we can do those kinds of things, and they get it, and we also need to respect our audience because they're precious to us. That's how we make a living. So we try to come up with really cool, awesome, actual physical items that we can get to them that are really special from Sara and I, and our audience responds really well to those kinds of items. So last year we did a book set, and this year it's a vinyl release. Vinyl's gotten really popular again, and Sara and I really embraced vinyl. We started making our own vinyl for our records in 2004, so it was nice to finally put it all together in one collection. We still collect things like that. We still collect vinyl, we still collect books, we still collect CDs, so we're still doing that for the part of our audience that still wants that. Well, Sara and I are really excited. The difference between the Polaris Prize and the Grammys or the Junos or these kinds of things is a lot of times the acts that get nominated, it has everything to do with sales and popularity, and the Polaris Music Prize is sort of like the Mercury Prize. It doesn't have anything to do with popularity, and that's what makes it so cool, is that being shortlisted basically is telling the public this is actually a really cool record that you should hear. And the other bands are amazing, and we're really excited to be on the list with Broken Social Scene and Caribou and Own Palette. It's kind of amazing.
I think that a lot of times we tell our story, or we tell people what we've done, and they think that they can do that really quick, but they forget to hear the part about how it took 11 years. And so you can tell people okay, here's some advice, do A, B, and C. But a lot of times the biggest piece of advice we can give is just tour, and tour forever. You just have to sort of say to yourself, I will just tour until I'm dead. I'll do this until it works. We're really in touch with what's going on, and we're not sort of whimsical, I don't know, I'm just floating on a rainbow of sound. We're not really like that. So I always tell kids, be smart, understand your business, and just be prepared to work a long time.
True that.
Word. Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you very much.